So starting in knee hand position, shoulders slightly wider than knees, shoulders directly above wrists and pelvis directly above knees. And start by rocking forwards and backwards slightly, sticking the bottom out to maintain a lovely tall spine with no curve, and rotating the upper arms out to make sure we have nice shoulder positioning, good posting technique. And then come to the center, and we're going to lift off one arm and then the other, only an inch off the ground, not bending the arm, and we're doing that by lifting the shoulder. Same with the hip, either side, using the core and the hip to lift each one directly up, straight off the ground, with long, nice neck positioning. Then we're going to reach away with each point of support and trying to stay as central as we can at all times, no toppling to side. And now we're going to try opposites, reaching away, opposite hand and opposite foot, really using that nice core to keep a lovely tall spine positioning, looking just beyond the hands to have good neck positioning. And then again back to the center, rocking forwards and backwards, taking some weight through the wrists and then the knees and hips, maintaining that lovely tall spine positioning. And then alternative hands moving forward as we shift the weight forward. And then alternate knees on their own at first. And then we're going to change it to opposite hand and knee, shifting forward as we shift forwards and backwards. And getting the coordination for this takes a while. Again, it's great brain training. And just stick at this level until you feel confident that you can work simultaneously with the opposites. And that's the start of the crawling pattern. Forwards and backwards. And then coming back to create more to the side of our space, to create some room, we're going to have a crawl. So, the start position is one knee forward and the same hand back, and then the other hand forward. So we created a short side and a long side. And we're going to shift the weight forward and bring that trail hand forward as well as the opposite knee and stop. And then we're going to do the same again with the opposite hand and knee and stop. Let the brain work through it. Opposites and stop. Opposites and stop. Now we're going to reverse. So lifting the last knee and hand that went forward backwards. So the trail knee and hand becomes the lead knee and hand. To reverse up. And then forwards again. If you want to check, once this becomes a bit fluid about how centrally your balance is placed, you can put a tennis ball or a shoe on your back and see in the lower back and see if it stays there. Forwards and backwards. Okay, and then tuck your toes to lean back into a nice kneeling position. Give your hands a good shake and your wrists a lovely twist. Stars and fists, nice twists, or shaking. And if you want to try a progression for just 2 steps, again, short side and long side. This time we tuck the toes, we lift the knees 1 inch off the ground, and we move in the same way, with the knees protected by not being on the ground. If this is too much, then regress to the knee hand as before, where the knees are down and the toes are not tucked, until you want to up your game slightly. Forwards and backwards, and come into kneeling. Hope you enjoyed the crawling.